So this is the current ban list in Duel Links. It's pretty long, longer than people kind of expect, and it's about to get bigger because of a brand new ban list update. Let's see what is being changed. Hopefully Mekk-Knights are being obliterated. Let's dive right in. So this list will be going into effect on the 27th, so in a week's time. Okay, not bad. There's no skills at the moment. They're going to come probably around mid-May. First of all, we've got Nightmare, Mermaid, and Crocodile to 1. Mermaid, first of all, is of course used in the Mekk-Knight Nightmare deck with Ibli, and so putting this to 1 means it clashes with the World Legacy Secrets, right, the trap card, the negate, so that is very good. Also, this could be a preemptive kind of hit for Orcus, right, if we think we might be getting Girsu, or something else that could come at limit 1, then having Orcus, Mekk-Knight, Nightmare, whatever, all kind of not together would be good. Crocodile though is limited to reduce the strength of decks used by Synchro Summoning. We saw this being played in the KC Cup, right, in the brand new Shooting Quasar deck that's using the mind control and all that, and did this deserve to be limit 1? I'm not too sure. I think as well is these two are both in the Water Xyz deck. Well, Water Xyz, right? I know that this was used in Ice Barrier, and they've already got Trishula at limit 1, so this kind of clashed with that as well, and so other decks losing a card because of one deck abusing it, kind of why I'm not the biggest fan of the Duel Links ban list system, but hey ho. Then we've got anything else in limit 1, we've got Tatsunoko. Oh, and Cynet Crosswipe. Okay, so Tatsunoko, of course, is also being played in the same deck as this, which is crazy, right? Synchrons have just come out, well, they've been out for years, but the brand new skill just came out, and already we're seeing a casualty of that new skill, and of just the ability to generate so much additional card advantage, and then, of course, you know, stealing cards and getting free synchros. It's a bit ridiculous. Did this need to happen, though? I think they could have hit the skill, and it would have been way easier to do. I'm not a huge fan of these changes. Crosswipe, though, what does the Cyberburst deck have, right? They've got the Salamir stuff, right? They've got the Gazelles there. They've got the Trap card as well. I guess you've got Econ if you want to play it in that as well. That's a bit of a hit. That's definitely a hit. I would kind of want the skill to be hit, right? Kotoku Alive, to make it so that you can't activate that Trap card in the same turn it's set. I think that's a bit ridiculous, but okay. So far, some pretty big hits. Then we've got Transmodify at limit 1 as well. Precautionary measure, okay, so this could be Orcus, but I don't think they would run this, I'm not too sure. We're getting the Void Ogre Dragon, right, which probably can be used in Infernities, and so this card was used in Infernities as well. So I guess there could be a link there as well. I'm not too sure on what the preemptive hit with this would be for. Then to limit 2s, we've got Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Okay, this is kind of funny because I just crafted this today, you know, via the card trader, as to get my daily missions. I was like, you know what, which one will be going to 2 at some point? Probably this. I'll get my second copy, and it happened. Okay, cool. This card is garbage in Duel Links, right? If it was years ago, this would be way better, but it's a battle trap, and so at the moment, battle traps aren't all that great. If this was in Rush Duel, it'd be very good. So yeah. Then we've got Void Feast. Oh boy, that is a massive hit. A hit that I think is deserved, right? I do not like facing this deck, but a massive hit given they've got the Banishment, I think it is, at limit 2 as well, which searches this, and now you've got this, their main kind of Playmaker starter card. Okay, that is a massive hit. That might just kill Infernoids, unless there's some unknown way they can go about it and still exist. That might have just killed one of the most free-to-play friendly decks in the game at the moment. So, toxic deck, but I guess it was deserved, maybe? That is all for limit 2s. Okay, then we've got limit 3. Oh, here's the big stuff, right? Going alongside your compulsories, your Ice Dragon's prisons, your mind controls. Let's see, we've got Mekk-Knight, Purple Nightfall. Oh, okay. I believe the blue one is at 3 as well. And so this is massive. Like, Mekk-Knights are one of the decks I find the most unfun to play against on Duel Links, and I don't like how the game was becoming for a while. Mekk-Knight X and Mekk-Knight Y and Mekk-Knight Z, and you splash your Mekk-Knights into everything. Yes, I get they're a good engine, but they're a very annoying, unfun to play against, and so I think as well, given we're going to be getting Orcusts, Mekk-Knight Orcust was a deck in the TCG, in OCG, and that could be very good, right? And so kind of getting ahead of the curve, hitting them now, it does make sense. I'm surprised I didn't like wait it out for another 3 months, but okay, I'm very happy with that change. That's very, very good. Then we've got... I thought they would hit something, right, when we saw those Synchros, right, being hit at limit 1. I thought they've got to do something at limit 3. And so Jet, I guess, makes sense, right? It's your main playmaker, your main starter card for that combo. And so now that your Jet combo into your 2 Synchros isn't going to work, this would functionally remove that mind control from the deck, right? And that'd be fine. Okay. Alright, okay, I can see it. I think it's surprising, right? Because I thought they would wait it out and go for another 3 months because selection boxes aren't available yet. And so the Synchron deck being an anime deck and having access to this powerful limit 3 combo, although maybe unintentional, it was a very good kind of advertisement for the selection box, but because they're not on sale now, I guess it doesn't make sense to kind of have it in the game when you're not making any money off of new people from going to mind control. Then we've got DD Savant Kepler going to limit 3 because they're removing Dark Control of the game. Function, I guess, doesn't change too much, right? It just kind of swaps them around. We are most likely getting an Arc 5 mini box in the end of May, alongside the World's promos with, you know, a brand new structure deck for Odd Eyes. And so getting more DD support would be expected. And so I think it's about time. This deck has not been doing a lot, right, since its nerfs, and it is still kind of annoying for me personally when I face it on the Turbo Duel GP event, but that's really it. On Ranked, I think it's fine. In Turbo Duel, it is kind of disgusting still. Then we've got Nightmare Corrupt Ibli going to limit 3 as well. So not only have you got your 2 Mekk-Knights, you've got your Ibli, you've got all your powerful back row. Okay, I would have preferred they just like ban this card entirely, but that probably is going to be happening, or limit 1. But this at least, like, this still keeps it around though in some really rogue decks that don't have access to the back row, right? So I still think this could be a problem at some point. It could still be a problem. Then we've got Lady Debug at limit 3. Oh. So Salamangreat at the moment limit 3 is the Circle, right? The Searcher. They've got Bale Links at 3 as well. And so that's kind of massive. In pure Code Talker, I don't think it makes too much of a difference. It does remove, of course, the generic back row, which kind of sucks. Oh boy, okay, I guess now that's such a weird one, right? That's such a weird one because I don't know what you would do, because you want to keep the Bale Links, you want to keep the Circle, and you want this. So maybe 1, 1, and 1, or do you cut the Bale Links entirely and go 1 and 2? Okay, sure. Ooh. It's really funny this got hit. It's really funny. But at the same time, I think this is way too far. I think that they didn't need to have this much hit because of the skill interaction with limit 3s, right? I get that's kind of scary, right? With the mind control, just hit the skill. Change the skill to require you to only use cards that originally belonged to you, or change the extra deck to require only using, you know, Sign and Monsters and using Synchron cards, right? Make it so specific to be anime based rather than doing this. It's funny that this got hit, but at the same time, it's really, really harsh. It's surprisingly harsh. And thinking about it, this is more hits in one list than DM got in its entirety on the ban list, right? For Synchron, and they've been around for 3 weeks in their current form. Oh, okay. Let's keep going. No longer on the list is Bale Links. Okay, now that makes sense, right? So now you play 1 of this and 2 Circle, because you do want to keep Debug around. I guess is what you play. So it's still not optimal, right? It's still reducing the consistency, right? And of course, combine it with the hits to the Code Talker Alive and all that, then it does kind of compound on. And so, I don't think they're dead, but they're definitely, you know, definitely lost some of their luster, I guess. Then we've got Karakuri Kamachi Nanishi. Oh, okay. This has been kind of long overdue to come back. I think we've still got the other one, right, on the list that was hit like 2 weeks after it came out, which was kind of ridiculous before Zex Award came out. So we still gotta get that, but it's a good step in the right direction. Of course, we saw in previous BANLIST they were, you know, freeing 6 Samurai stuff, and so I would not be surprised if we see an Ishii on this list. I really would not. Then we've got a Dark Control of the Gate, of course. We talked about that one already. We knew it was coming. This is fine. Then we've got Blackbird Clothes. So this is an effect monster negate from your hand. It's a very powerful card, but Blackwings right now aren't doing a lot, and so I think this is fine. Inevitably, this might be broken again. They might put it back on the list. They might get a structure deck. They might get a skill that makes this even better. But at the moment, it's just fine. Then we've got an Ishii. There we go. There he is. Finally, of course, Samurais are now 100% free off the ban list. Perfect for the Turbo Duel GP events, of course. This deck still kind of slaps in that event. And on ladder, it's not going to do a whole lot, right? You know, 6 Samurais are okay, but they're not amazing. They don't have a lot of answers to some of the best decks in the game, and so this won't really change much for them. Just means now 6 Samurai fans, you've got the entire deck, which is fantastic. Then we've got Vion. Okay, so Vion's been flip-flopping around the ban list, right? He's been on and off and on and off, and now he's off again. I don't think Heroes needed more support, right? They're already such a good deck. They've got so many variants in the game. Maybe this makes a different variant see more play as well, I guess. What they can do, put it back on list again, right? So they've done it before. Then we've got Machine Angel Ritual coming off. That is a long time coming, right? Since what, middle of 2018 since it's on the list? So cool, it's back, but Cyber Angels are a terrible deck, and so this won't really matter. And that is the entire ban list. What a onslaught of hits, right? Notable missions, right? Of course. No Magician's Rod, but given we've got a brand new skill for Dark Magician, I don't expect it, even though that skill is garbage. I'll keep saying it. No Phantom Knights, so they probably are now like one of the best decks, of course, going before into we're getting Orcust, Magistus, probably more Cosmo stuff, right? There's a whole host of stuff that could be coming, and so PK not being hit at all is a bit weird, but I guess in KC Cup it wasn't doing the rounds that much, so it didn't really bother needing to be hit. But this is interesting, right, for kind of what it could mean coming in the future for Orcust or for more limited ones. But Synchrons really got the short. They got the short in the stick here. They really got hit hard, really got hit hard. This one, these two, right, these two here are like by far the best hits, right? The hits I think people are gonna be like, you know what, this was deserved. This was deserved. Synchrons, you could argue weren't deserved, and the skill probably could have been hit, and that would have been way better. But overall, a pretty successful ban list, I guess. And if anyone was wondering if Cocytus should come back, no, it shouldn't.